Alright, so this is G-Man, the G-Man Gaming and Reviews. We've changed the name because somebody else already has G-Man Reviews, which is fine. So this is G-Man Gaming and Reviews. They're going to do a review of the game of Blood Rage. I started playing this game. It's based off a board game. I hadn't actually played the board game before, but I heard good things. Playing this game has actually made me decide that I want to get the board game. Because I normally have a board game group that I meet up with on Saturdays. And we normally play board games. So this would be a good game to play. But this is going to be my gameplay / review of Blood Rage. So we're going to start a game. So I'm going to play on normal. So I haven't actually gotten good enough to the point that I can completely win. But I'm going to play on normal. The game's quite easy on easy. So I'm the Wolf Clan. And there's a lot of different clans. But I'm going to be the Wolf Clan. Because I like the Space Wolves, because they're cool. And we're going to start a game. Now, essentially, the way that when you're not playing against the AI, this is a game. It's called Blood Rage. It's so this is I suppose you could call it. I think it's called Ragnarok. Or anyway, you play on like a land, right? And the purpose of the game is you'll see that there's all these different lands, and the purpose of the game is to score points. So underneath, like for instance, this number here that says 0, that's the number of glory points that I have, right? Now there's 3 ages, right? The player with the highest glory at the end of the game wins. Now you get glory by doing quests and also winning battles. So one of the things about this game is there are a few stats. So there's Rage, which is this red icon here, Axes, and Horns. Rage basically means Rage is your movement points, or your action points. Okay, it costs Rage to bring things onto the board. It also costs Rage to move, and it doesn't cost Rage to attack, or what they call pillage, but it costs Rage to play warriors. So the more Rage you've got, the more things you're going to be able to do in your turn, right? You've got Axes, which basically means that if you beat an enemy, or if you pillage while there's an enemy in your area, and you win, you get glory points equal to the number of axes that you have. And Horns is the maximum number of troops that you can have on the table. So normally when you play this game, as you can see at the beginning, one of the territories is destroyed, right? And as you can see, the game basically tells you, so this territory here is going to be destroyed in the second age. We're in the first age. This one's going to be destroyed at the end of this age. That one's going to be destroyed at the second age. And this one's going to be hit in the third age. Kind of doesn't... So that's how essentially the game works, right? Now, at the beginning of your turn, you get what's called God's Gift, which means you get to select a card. Now, there's many different types of cards. And down here is where you can see... So you've always got 8 warriors in the game. You've got 1 leader who's worth 3. So the number next to them is the number of points that they are in an attack. And then you've got ships. Now ships are special in that there's only one. And if you place a ship here, it actually covers it for both of these territories. Right? But you only ever have 1 ship. Right? So at the beginning of the game, you sort of need to decide, like, it goes around. And everybody gets to pick a card. Right? And then everybody picks a card, and then everybody picks another card, and a lot of these cards are unique, but some of them are not. Like, for instance, this Frigga's Charm is really unique. So if I take this, nobody else is going to be able to take that upgrade. And there's also this one, which is also unique. It's a clan upgrade. Now, here, these little, the brown things is that you can have a maximum of 3 clan upgrades. You can have a ship upgrade, and the green is a quest, so you can put a quest here. And the greys, you can have up to 2 monsters. So, quests are important in this game because quests are how you score points. So, you also score points by... So if I was to raid in this area and I was to win, my axe will go up by 1. If I was to do it here, my rage will go up by 1. And if I was to do it here, my horns would go up by 1. But if you look at the cards, if you happen to have the most strength in at least one of the Alfheim Grey provinces, which is covers here, you can raise one of your stats by 1. So essentially, and you also get 5 points for completing quests. This one's an interesting one where if so any warriors that die end up in Valhalla. If you have at least 4, so if you play this, you would essentially want to get all your warriors killed. So normally I'm going to start with this because I really want that quest card. Because I'm actually going to dominate. I'm going to stay here because Ragnarok's going to hit there in the last age, so I'm not going to care about it. So I'm going to try to dominate these two. Now there's also Yggdrasil, which if you pillage, you get one of all clan stats. But the disadvantage is that see how it's adjacent to every territory on the map. Normally the way it works is that, like for instance, if there were enemy troops here, and I wanted to pillage here, the enemy could move troops into here. See these grey spots? For each one of those, you can have 1 troop in there. That means the maximum number of troops, including yours and enemy troops, is going to be 5 plus ships. So normally when you play this game, you sort of need to decide between what cards you want to take. I'm going to take that one. It's a monster, but it doesn't use any rage to upgrade or invade. Now that wasn't really useful, but so I'm going to take... I need a battle card, so I'll take that. Could take the troll. Steal 1 rage if you lose. I mean, these sorts of cards are good is that if you know that you're going to win a battle, you might as well use the +1. Normally you want to play the highest battle card that you have, value battle card, so that you have a chance of winning. I'm going to take the troll. Ooh, and I got the other Alfheim card, which is exactly what I wanted. I actually really wanted that. Because that's going to defend both those territories. No, I'm going to take Odin's Smite. I've already got 2 warriors. The Sea Serpent it's like a monster, but it can only be played in the sea. So now it's my turn. So I have to decide what I want to do on my turn. So I'm going to play something here. Now, I can either play a leader or a warrior, or I can pay this to play an upgrade card. Leaders actually, even though they're worth 3, normally you pay the value of the warrior in rage in order to get it onto the field of battle. But leaders are free when they're invading for the first time. So I'm going to place my leader there. And he just... Now, the interesting thing about this game is that you can play cards that don't cost rage, but if you run out of rage, you can't play any more cards. So you kind of want to play these quest cards before you run out of rage, otherwise you won't be able to play them. So he puts his leader there, which is a little bit annoying. So I'm gonna play the Dwarf Chieftain here, and I can place him anywhere, and I'm going to place him here. He plays his leader there. Now I'm not really worried about losing warriors in the Third Age, because I think it doesn't really matter that much anyway. But I think in the Third Age I will actually, well actually, no, I'm not going to bother to do that. I think what I'm going to do is, one of the annoying things is that once one of these gets taken out, you can't move through it. So we'll leave the troll. I can actually put a ship down here, but instead I'm going to play this card and put it here. He must have gotten an ability that, yeah, he can, if you use this when you invade with a warrior, you can invade with additional warrior for free. Not a bad ability, but I don't normally use it. Oh, okay, no, I don't want to do that. So now it's my turn. I'm going to play this card here. So now I've got 2 quests, which means I'm going to get 10 points if I happen to be winning at the end of the game. Now, see how there's a red item here? What could have happened is the blue clan could have moved the warrior in, the Raven clan could have moved one warrior in there because they were adjacent to it. But they didn't. So now they pillage for free and they get 1 rage. I didn't go here because, as you can see, Ragnarok will hit here. Now. Play a card. Oh, okay. So I'm going to play that card. And I win because, ooh, that was lucky that I had the extra warrior there. Hopefully he doesn't have an additional card. Because if he does, I'm screwed. And that couldn't have gone better for me. So he tried to pillage. If he had won, he would have gotten 1 rage. And now I actually get glory for beating him. Now, I haven't actually used up any rage yet because the leader doesn't cost anything to recruit, he hasn't cost anything to, to invade with, neither does the dwarf. So I'm going to keep this troll for maybe this area, or maybe this area. And I've got 1 battle, so that's fine. So I'm going to put 1 warrior here. And I kind of want to get the horns. Ooh, he's going to move into there. Now, if you win in Yggdrasil, you actually get 1 on all your stats, which means a lot of the times if you can play that, you definitely want to. I'm going to place the troll there, and I'm going to put him here, and he actually kills the warrior. And now I've got the maximum number of troops that I can on the table. Now, the thing is that he's trying to win in Yggdrasil. Normally I would want to stop him, but actually, it's actually worth it if I can. I'm just going to play the one warrior, sacrifice him. And that's actually not going to... I'm going to use this. To destroy one warrior from each opponent. Oh, from each opponent. That's only one warrior. That's not really going to help me win. And I'm going to have to move back anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with it. I'm going to let them fight over it. Yeah, it's not worth risking it. Can I play this card? I could have actually have won that fight. Now, one of the interesting things is that if you win and you play a battle card, you lose it. But if you lose and you play a battle card, you get to keep it. That wasn't a bad play for him, but I don't really care because I'm going to... And what that allows me to do is it allows me to play a ship here, which I will. And now I've only got one rage left. Now this is glory. So if you pillage there, you get 5 glory. Normally, glory is not really worth... like, that one's not worth pillaging unless you can get it for free. Because, so, I'm gonna do this one. Now, it doesn't cost anything to... any, pillage to... So, I'm going to... And I can call someone to battle. So, I will call the troll. And I'm going to play this card. Now, hopefully he can't win. But he steals my rage. Oh. Which is annoying because I could have used that last rage to get that, but... At least I get the rage. But that's it. That's the end of my turn now. Because he used that to steal my rage, I can't play on this one, which I would have, and I would have gotten another warrior. Or I would have had the ability to... Now I can't play anymore because I've got 0 rage. Now, one of the things that's interesting about Yggdrasil is that you can have as many warriors, as many people as you want in there, but in these other ones, you can only place warriors in spaces where the grey ones are. So maximum of 3 in this one, maximum of 3 in this one. And if they're all taken up, you can't move into that space. So it was lucky that I played these cards before I did the pillaging. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to have played them. Now, I was looking at the Steam reviews on this game, and the Steam reviews were mixed, which is really, really funny, because normally when a game is mixed, you expect it to... you expect the Steam reviews to, like, be... whatchamacallit? You expect the game to be buggy like Settlers of Catan was incredibly buggy. The board game, the digital game version of it. Which is why it got the bad reviews that it did. I remember I got to a point in that game where it would just consistently crash at a certain part of the campaign and I couldn't play any further. But... so the Raven Clan wins. Now this is the quest phase. So he picked that. So he actually got warrior. He actually won because he had more than 4 warriors in Valhalla. Glorious Death is good to go for if you know that you're going to lose. He won because he had in Mannheim, which is these 3 places up here. That quest he didn't get. And I get the 2 Alfheim quests because... so I can raise 2 stats. So I'm going to raise Rage by 1, and I'm going to raise Rage by 1. And then I get another 1. So I'm going to raise Horns by... I'm going to raise Horns by 1. So now I get 5 warriors. And I'm third, but I'm not too far away. And now it starts the second age, and a place will be destroyed, or that one was destroyed, which is why you kind of don't want to put your warriors in an area where it's going to be destroyed unless you pick. Now, since I'm going to be concentrating on Alfheim, ooh, I could take that, but I want the quests. Plus, I don't really have a lot of room for warriors, so... Jotunheim, that's going to be very, very useful. So when you're playing this game, because of the way it works, you sort of got to decide what you're going to do with each of your stats. I'm going to take that because I've got the Rage for it. Ooh, and another Alfheim card. See, that would have been useful if you wanted to, if you wanted to die. You actually get points for dying during Ragnarok, so you can actually win the game by actually doing that. But I'm going to go after this because I'm concentrating on Alfheim, so... ooh! Ooh. Warriors being strength 2 is actually going to be really, really good. Yeah, it's going to be really, really good. It's worth it. And so will that. Might as well take that because the Jotunheim one's useless to me. I'm concentrating on Alfheim. So I've got the 3 spaces here, so chances are I'm going to be able to do all the quests. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to... what do I want to do? we're going to play this. And it goes onto the warrior. So that uses up 3 of the rage. Now, it doesn't actually cost raid to pillage. So, as long as you've got more than 1 rage, I don't normally send my warriors into there. But in this case, I'm because there's one card which someone might play where it just kills everyone but 1 warrior. And that's not what I want to happen, and I've had it happen to me in a few games, so I'm gonna skip it. So I'm gonna leave them to fight it out. Because I'm gonna get, if I stay here, I'm gonna get +3 anyway. 1 plus rage, and then the points. No, it's not worth it. But normally, if you wanted to, like, I don't want to invest my warriors in there, because there's a battle card which basically you could get at the 2nd age, which destroys everyone but 1 warrior. And I don't want to lose these warriors because then I'm gonna have to pay rage to get them back on. So I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm gonna let them fight it out. So essentially, the game has the 3 ages, and you got God's Gift phase, where you're given cards, action phase, discard phase, quest phase, Ragnarok, and then release Valhalla, which is where warriors from Valhalla who have died get released. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let them fight it out. Normally, if you don't get good quest cards, this is probably worth going for. If you don't get good quest cards. But so the Raven clan, the Bear clan put all their warriors, and they should have just put the 1 if they were going to play that. I was pretty stupid in that respect. And I think they've got the card where, yeah, every 2nd warrior is... Alright. So... I'm going to play this card... Well, I'm actually going to play this card first, which is going to take me down to 3, which is fine. Now, this is actually good because when a ship is destroyed, 8 points. 8 points is a lot for losing something. A lot. So this is actually a very, very useful upgrade. Now, the red basically dictates where the battle is taking place. So I'm not going to bother. I can probably win, but it's not worth it. I don't want to risk it. I really, really don't want to risk it. So essentially, that when you got the red, which indicates a pillaging is taking place, any warriors in an adjacent clearing can move there if there's space. The exception is Yggdrasil. There's always space. You'll see he played a quest card. If you have to play a card when you go into a battle, unless you're pillaging and nobody tries to battle you. And he gets +6 points. And he wins, but he hasn't actually gotten to pillage this. So now if he tries to do it, I'm going to actually... so I'm going to play these cards first, because I definitely... Ah, he destroyed my ship. Which is, I think, is why I got 8 points. I'm going to play this card first. So that's going to get me 14 points. And I get to raise... And now they're going to fight it out. So 3 is the total battle, plus 4. And now he's going to try to pillage there. Ooh, I could probably win that. I could probably win that, actually. 3 plus 5 is 8. I've got the same number. Actually, no, I've got 7. But I've got plus 5. Nah, it's not worth it. If I had played one of those Glorious Death cards, it would have been worth it if I'd lost all the warriors. But it's not, so I'm going to let him... Unless that happens... I can probably bring one warrior back. So I'm going to play the chieftain here. And see what happens. No, they're not moving. They're not moving. Ragnarok will hit here in the Third Age. No, we're going to leave it. If he moves another warrior, we'll just go for it. Play the card. If we win... I get glory, -1 rage. I can pillage here, but I think it's going to be far more handy to play this card because it's actually going to help me in future. Ooh, and I get a warrior. Now, as you see, I've run out of rage, so I can't make any more moves anymore. Now, it doesn't actually cost rage, but it doesn't actually cost rage to, But as you can see, I'm well ahead in points now. And I'm going to be pretty good in points because I'm going to get another 14 points for, Yeah, I'm well ahead in points now. If I'd had more rage, I actually could have gone for this, but it's good that I stopped them from winning it. Because... So that's essentially how this game works. There's 3 ages. The board game, I haven't actually played it, but this is supposed to be a digital version of the board game. Now, as you can see, because I'm here, I can actually go into any adjacent space to battle. But I'm not going to. I'm going to stay here. Now, there are quest cards for Idrisil, but normally they're very, very risky to go through unless you're really, really dominating the game. Because normally, if you're playing against a computer, they're going to really, really battle. Now, I'm not going to be able to get that one because I ran out of risk, but this is going to benefit me in the next turn. I don't care if I lose this character because I'm going to be able to... I'm not going to bother calling the other ones because I don't have any battle cards, so the odds of me winning this fight are very, very unlikely. Nah, see, the computer's going to defend it. And if you look at the computer, yeah, sometimes it's stupid in doing that, because, I mean, if you can't win... I mean, it's not like they get points. They get one in extra every stat, which is true, but... you know, there's other ways to get stats in this game. Like the quest cards. I normally go for the quest cards in an area because you get a lot of points. And you know, maybe raiding areas might give you abilities, but abilities do not win the game. They just help you get more points. So even though this one's got better stats than me, you can see I've got a lot more points, 27 points. And they steal a rage, and... now, one of the other things that's interesting is that you can use a march action, a rage, to move one warrior to any clearing in the game. Now, I could move, but I'm not going to. I don't have any cards that I can win with them, and so there's no point. See, the computer likes to expand and you know, take lots of lands, but I don't normally do that. I tend to stick to an area because you've only got so much rage, and if you lose all your warriors, it's an absolute pain to get them back on for the most part. If you lose the leader, it's not a pain to get them back in the same... It's a pain to get them back in the same turn, but not on the next turn. Same with the dwarf. Like, it's not going to cost me any rage to get them on. Oh, they've gone in the lead. But I don't think they've got a lot of quest cards, actually. I think I've got more quest cards than the Raven Clan. So we go in the quest stage. Ooh, they get 1 for Mannheim, which was not good for me. And I get 7. I can go up by 1. So I'm going to move to here. And I get more points. Now I've got plus 7 points because when you get to this number... Now if I was to go to another rage, I would actually get more points. But I kind of want more warriors on the table. So if I play 3, I'm going to have 6 to... Yeah, I'm going to... Oh, but this is going to get me more points. And it's going to get me a consistently larger amount of rage. No, I'm going to go for that. It's not going to get me extra points, but... And that one gets taken out. Wow, I didn't... Oh, he must have had... Oh, the quests. This says the figures lost. You'll see that I only lost a shift and a dwarf. So I lost a lot less warriors than these guys, but he still managed to get more points because he had these cards. So now it's the third age. And obviously we get our cards again. Now I could upgrade and then be able to pillage again, but I'm not going to. Okay, that's 11 points. And I didn't get the Alfheim quest, so... And my warriors are going to be destroyed. So if I look here, they're going to get a Ragnarok. Hang on, is it... Before Ragnarok? Oh, okay, no, that's not going to work. Has to be before Ragnarok. Yeah, I'm going to take that. And we close this. And we take that. It's a shame I didn't get to pillage last turn. That's just more points. And I've taken a battle card. I'm taking this. Ooh, 3+ rage. Nah, but I should have gotten that card earlier. You've got to have at least some good battle cards because you... Ooh, that one's actually going to be really useful. This would probably be very useful as well. Ooh, you may pay 1 rage to invade with any one of your figures in Valhalla. I'm going to take that. I'm not going to be able to have 4 figures, so... And that quest card is going to be useless to me. So I guess I'm taking this guy. An Yggdrasil. That card is actually really, really good if you can get it to work, but it... Yeah, I'm actually going to go for it. The extra 3 rage will allow me to really, really dominate this turn. So that's a Dark Elf. They normally count... They actually count as... They're normally 1 to use, but in Yggdrasil they count as 3. So, I'm going to play... kind of competing here with this. It's going to cost 4 rage. I'm probably going to play... This would have been really, really good to play if I had the extra, and I'm going to leave that for when I've got, like, the extra... So we'll get rid of the... Oh, no, wait. No, I kind of don't want to do that. So if I click on this guy... And we click on the Dwarf Chieftain, it costs nothing. So we're going to take that. We've already got the troll on the table, so... Now, Yggdrasil. Now... kind of want to go for this, because I want to play this card, because if they move all of them to the center... 3... 4... 8... 11... 7... I think I've got the possibly have the advantage. But in actual fact, I'm going to... Yep, I'm going to do it. I've got the big card. There's only going to be one above me. And it's going to... And since I've got the 5, it's going to be worth it. So, yep, we will call that warrior there. Now, if I have a look at the, ooh, I've got the lead here. So I'm actually gonna play this card. Ooh, no, this one's probably. What have I got? 11, 7. He's gonna have to have a 5 to. He's gonna have to have a 5 to 6 to match me. If I, yeah, it's probably worth playing this one. Dude, that's the advantage of having the battle advantage. What was that? I can't afford to lose this, so I'm gonna play that. And they've got no chance of winning, and they're going to lose all those warriors. And I'm going to get crap loads. I would have gotten crap. I'm going to get crap loads of glory for killing all those warriors. Now, I'm going to pillage, because they've got no chance of beating me. And I get to pillage again. You must select all your other... Oh, he played the card. So I move up to 12. And that's going to give me plus 20 glory points. Which I'm going to need to go after because I'm going to need... plus 8, plus 2. Now I can't, now that kind of sucks. I hope they fight for it, because then I'm going to actually... I'm going to have to move into here. So... Now, I would have loved to move into here to do something, but you'll see the 3 spaces are taken up, so I can't move. But I don't care. They all get killed. Because they got this... That couldn't have been better. Oh. No, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, shit. Gotta play that card. I did not mean to do that. That was... Yeah, I did not mean to do that. But oh well. It's a learning mistake. I think that they should... I mean, yeah, I did that by mistake. I didn't mean to click on that card, but anyway. Not much I can do now. It's my turn. So I've got a warrior here. So I'm going to put another warrior here. I did not want to do that, but I don't have a choice now. Probably should have played the other card, but I didn't realize they had enough cards to win. Well, I'm playing on normal, so that can definitely happen. It's a lot harder than... Well, it's not a lot harder, but... Like, yeah, see that moving up there, that was not a good idea. I didn't have any battle cards, so... at least I didn't lose this card. But it's not going to help me now, because I'm not going to have enough rage to play it, so... I'm going to play... Play a warrior here. One of the interesting things about this game is because there's only so many spots. Normally you want as many high-powered warriors as you can. Normally there's an advantage to having a lot of high-powered warriors. The exception, though, is if... Now the good thing about playing this is that when I play it, I also get to play a warrior. Because it's an upgrade. So I can play a warrior there, and now they're worth 6. So I'm still gonna win this, I'm still gonna win this card. Speaking of Vikings, I actually bought a book called Making Mead Like a Viking, because I have plans to make mead, so that'll be pretty interesting. Shaping up the backyard to grow stuff. That's it, I can't do anything else with my turn because one thing that I probably will do that's strategic is that in the quest phase, I will definitely raise the horns to 10 simply just to get the points. So one of the things that's really interesting about this game, because of the way the card draw works, like whenever you don't pick a card, there's a chance that your opponent will get that card, and a lot of the cards are unique, so there's only going to be one copy of that card in the game. Mannheim. Failed that quest. I got that. And we're going to play that to get another 20 points. Should have gotten 20 points by that. Oh, you get points for the upgrades. And I came last. But essentially that's how this game works. There's 3 phases, and that's pretty oh wait, no, hang on. Ooh, no, he's won. Oh, you get points for, I didn't know that, you get points for each thing that you pillaged at the end of the game. But yeah, that's essentially how this game works. So, it's definitely a good game. I don't know why it's getting mixed reviews on Steam, but it's not a buggy game. I haven't had any problem with it. So, yeah. So, this was G-Man Gaming and Reviews, and thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Alright, bye!